message. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and platter, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Second down and 8. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Jake Moody now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. James on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Saints at 0-15, winless on the year, and they are up against the wall now, CD.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that one because, let's face it, most teams would have mentally checked out by now and have already looked at the offseason and thought about playing golf. But perhaps this team has stayed strong. They have their pride on the line, and they're eager to try and get that one win this season.
You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson.
He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Oh, we changed it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, rolling to his right. That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Andy Isabella, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. James on the move to his left.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On the ground, it's Tucker. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now they'll audible to something else. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Here's James to throw on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out right at the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything.
There he goes left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off the play fake, James. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Back to throw. James, flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal perfection.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Sean Tucker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. That ball complete to Isabella. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Jackson. ETN bringing in another one. this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, come on. Hey, report.
And Jackson throwing once more.
He completes this one to Mingo.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Open man is Mingo, complete.
Touchdown Raiders!
Jonathan Mingo
From 13 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, Jackson going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
There's Moody back out to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, James. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, you at X, you at X. Hey, middle.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Looking to throw. James eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
James now to throw on second down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. James. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And we're down to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Tucker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, James. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. James. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They run. It's Tucker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
19 to throw is James. Off play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. James. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. He's got a man complete. Now he's into the clear again, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 87 yards. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here. If they got his man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Sean Tucker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
And now they'll shift things around.
That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we... Now Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown!
Chig Okonkwo.
65 yards.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
At the 32.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw. James. And the Raiders have got him. Chase Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
That is caught. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down, Raiders.
Hey, report.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Raiders. Travis Etienne from 13 yards out. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 21.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Back
to throw. James. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now they'll change things up. Now James from the gun on 3rd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Hey, report! Report!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey,
Again, Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now 2nd and 3. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20. He will have the first down and a bit more. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This pass deep for Okonkwo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Flushed out right. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.